Well, Sam here. Welcome back to Sam's AI Automation. Today, what we're going to do is basically, this is following on from an earlier video of mine, which was basically posting from a WordPress blog onto your social feeds. Now, of course, the question you might ask is, I don't have a WordPress blog. And in that case, this one's going to help you a lot. So basically, most websites, or a large number of big websites, definitely post what's called RSS feeds. What these are is XML field or coded fields that are like list the whole contents of a blog. So, I mean, think about it. In my example, I'll show you my example. Might actually explain this a bit better. Have a look. This becominghuman.ai blog has a feed, and that feed is an XML or a coded feed of all the blogs that are on this becominghuman.ai blog. So it's a very easy way to get information from blogs in a method that a computer can read quite easily. Okay, so in that case, you don't need to log into their website in most cases. You can just effectively consume their RSS feed quite easily. Okay, so I'll talk through what it does before we get into some of the configuration. So we get our RSS feed, we pass the text, and we remove the HTML from it. We use ChatGPT to basically create a summary of the blog, because in most cases the blogs are going to be much too long for our purposes, and obviously we wouldn't have copyright to that information anyway, so we'd need to at least make a summary of it. Then this is the fun part, we're actually going to make a picture based on that summary, and then we're going to use Buffer to post it to, in my case, LinkedIn, but you could post it to just about any social page that you're looking at or that you have, because Buffer works across a large range of social pages. So just checking out a bit of the configuration, you go, okay, so RSS feed, there's the feed URL. This one basically just sees from yesterday through to now, date from and date to, and I'm only returning one item for this example. You can return as many as you like, but one's enough just for the single straight line automation. This one just takes the description, which is basically the most important part of the payload of the RSS feed output. It's a big long string that has a bunch of information in it, which includes the blog text. So we get that out. We tell ChatGPT to summarize it for us. We'll just have a look inside here. If it'll open up for us. Okay, so it's just a matter of creating a chat completion. 4.0 mini will do the job. Assistant's fine. Okay, you're an AI expert who likes to post summaries of articles to LinkedIn. Make a summary of this article suitable for LinkedIn post. Remove any hyperlinks or text enclosed in square brackets before making this summary. Okay, the output that comes from the text parser via the RSS feed has a number of links in it, which need to be removed before ChatGPT gets to it. Otherwise, ChatGPT would probably figure it out anyway, but I just like to remove them just for the sake of completeness. And 7 text is basically just the text that we get from the text parser once it's been removed. The HTML has been removed from the RSS feed. Max tokens 400 is more than enough. We go okay. Now to learn Auto AI, this is kind of interesting. Okay, so we'll just wait for it to open up. Okay, now what I wanted to do is this information here is what ChatGPT has created for us in terms of a summary. So what I've asked it to do is make a lifelike 3D picture illustrating the following text, and this is the ChatGPT complete. Sorry, the word is summary. Let's have a quick look at it, see if we can find it. It's not going to show us it without getting into it, so we'll just leave that as it is. I've chosen to do a 3D animation style of kind of picture. We only just want the one image. I've gone into more advanced settings here and just set the size to be 480 by 480 pixels, which is square. None of this I've worried about too much. There's a bunch of stuff you don't need to worry about there, so you just go okay. Well, in this case, you don't need to worry about it. Perhaps in other more advanced cases, you might need to use it. And Buffer is pretty simple. You just need to start a Buffer account if you haven't already got one. This is my LinkedIn account. My TikTok, I don't worry about that. I don't really use that much. You could have as many profiles as you want. You could actually set it up for ChatGPT to create a separate kind of summary for each style of social media. In this one, I've just done LinkedIn. Yeah, as I said, you could do as many as you want. Text is just the ChatGPT summary. We want to add the publications to the top of the queue. I've chosen to do it this way because I don't want to publish it straight away because, I mean, you always want to have the right of editing or the chance to kind of change anything you don't want it to put on. So that's a really handy property of Buffer in that you can kind of get them all posted up there for you, and you can press publish when you want to publish. Now, okay, so the media, now this is where Leonardo comes in. That's the Leonardo URL that's come from the generated image. There's the URL there. In fact, let's just remove that. We don't want two of them in the same link. We'll go OK on that. And Buffer. We were just looking at Buffer, sorry. I'll close that when we get a chance. Cancel that. I was just looking at that. Okay, so we'll run it. Let's have a go. It's actually pretty quick last time I ran it, so we'll run it again. Move me up here, out of the way. Let's run once. Okay, so it gets the RSS feed, passes the text, ChatGPT does a summary. Leonardo's just creating an image here, and it'll post it to Buffer in just a moment. Okay, so there we go. We'll just have a quick look at what Make says is the output, and then we'll have a look at Buffer. Output, okay, so that was the input we put in. Here we go. Status. Well, I can't really tell much from that, but I believe it's worked. Let's have a look at Buffer. Okay, so, okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the summary it's made. You can see here, I've run the same automation twice. I ran this earlier today. This one's the second one. Exciting news in AI health technology, blah, blah, blah. Has introduced Sarah, a chatbot designed to improve health awareness on topics like nutrition and smoking cessation. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. This is all to do with the article that was on that RSS feed. And here's the image. I reckon the image is pretty cool. Let's have a close look at it. Just see if that's working. I'll just wait for that to load and I'll go back to the page. I think this image is pretty cool, considering it's just thought it up itself. There it is there. What a cool image of when we're talking about a chatbot that's named Sarah. It sort of makes a fair bit of sense. I'll actually show you the previous one because it made a bit more sense. Here's the previous one it's generated. Look here. I mean, Sarah chatbot, it's showing a lady in 3D as we asked for with headset. I mean, that sort of makes sense from the description we've given it. The second one maybe doesn't quite give it the same sense of what we want, but I mean, they're pretty amazing images if you ask me, and just from coming from a text prompt. Okay, so that's it. I'll go back to Make and look, just give a quick summary perhaps. Okay, so basically we got an RSS feed, passed the text to the HTML to text, made a summary, made an image and posted it to Buffer, and it's sitting there waiting for us to publish it whenever we want to. So that's a pretty cool little automation that's quite useful, and I may actually use it myself for different things. Anyway, thanks very much.